Hey, what's up? My name's Alex, and if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering how to win with Raichu Tag Team GX. So I was thinking the other day, and I thought that status conditions seem to be really well positioned in the current meta, obviously because not a lot of decks are playing Switch cards. Not a lot of decks are playing Bird Keeper, not a lot of decks are playing straight Switch, and so I tried to make Paralysis work through a couple of different medians. I tried out the Kyurem that auto-paralyzes, I tried out the Zekrom that auto-paralyzes, but I think this Raichu is the best that we have in the format right now. Obviously, this has gone with rotation, but you know, I'm just this deck is another fun deck that's you just play to have fun. And basically, the idea of it is you use one or two Buzz-App generators from this Electrode, and you can accelerate energy to your Raichus, and then you just kind of switch around between Raichus with, you know, our 3 Air Balloon, our 2 Bird Keeper, our 3 Switch, and you just keep paralyzing, and not a lot of decks can deal with it, because a lot of decks aren't very well equipped to handle paralysis, right? So, like, it has the effect of, like, it has the functionality of an Oko, because your opponent isn't getting to swing back into you. I wish there was a way to make this Raichu bulkier, because 260 is kind of, you know, not that big of a number as of right now, right? Obviously, you know, Zacian with a rusted sword and Altered Creation can get through it. Ice Rider can get through it. Shadow Rider can get through it. Eternatus can get through it. And basically, it's kind of you know, really low HP. I really wish there was a better single prizer that could do this, but there isn't. There isn't. The Kyurem isn't consistent. The Zekrom just kind of sucks. So we're stuck with this. This deck actually plays a Ball Guy engine, and I know that that's kind of a novelty to a lot of people. But like basically all you need to do is get your stuff set up, and the Raichu does the rest. You can boss his orders later in the game. The Speed Lightning Energy is just a really good card. You know, not a lot of types have access to like a special energy that's this good, right? We go Ball Guy, we can grab Pokeball, Level Ball, Quick Ball, and you can get out your Voltorbs, get out your Raichus, maybe your Koko if you need it. And yeah, this deck is pretty straightforward. It just plays a lot of switching, plays a lot of energy. Yeah, you just set up your Raichu and you roll. It's not like a tier 1 deck. It's probably not tier 2, it's probably not tier 3. This is a rogue deck, and if you try and play with it, just be advised that it has everything that comes with playing a rogue deck. Probably won't win very much with it, but I'll show you some games today that kind of show how powerful it can be in the right circumstances. So yeah, let's get into some games. So let's see what he's playing. That doesn't tell us a whole lot. That could be any number of things. Since we top decked the research, I think that means I don't know. If he's playing Urshifu, that would be really bad, but also Urshifu doesn't play Switch, so that's kind of okay. But also it's not okay because they just Oko our Raichu. Yeah, so I think we can comfortably toss this Ball Guy now because we're always researching next turn. Then I think we grab Raichu because Voltorbs are searchable for like via Level Ball. So we'll attach here. That might have been a misplay. Maybe we should have attached here, but whatever. We'll research next turn. We'll see what he's playing. The Mew makes me think it's Urshifu or Snom. So Snom means that it's either, I don't know, it could be Lapras, it could be Inteleon VMAX. Probably Inteleon VMAX, actually. We'll go research. There's the Level Ball, there's the Voltorb. Speed Lightning is good. We can go Speed Lightning here, pop the Voltorb, or pop the Electrode, and attack with this Raichu this turn, probably. We'll go there. We could go Level Ball and grab this thing, and then Comet back for another Raichu, which is good. We'll go that thing. Yeah, I don't think Koko's very good yet. Koko will be good eventually. That boss might be good for next turn. So we'll go Buzz-App Generator, grab those 2 energy. He didn't play a supporter last turn, so we're giving him draw 1 off the prize card, which I think is probably negligible. He's got a big enough hand that kind of makes me think he probably had a supporter. Like, I don't know, it's maybe not probably, but there's a chance that he had a supporter or like a research or something, but he didn't play it because he had the Inteleon for next turn, right? That's something that people kind of do in this scenario. I think we'll hold on to the Level Ball and we'll just Tandem Shock. 320 on a 60 HP Pokemon is kind of fun. Makes me feel powerful. That Bird Keeper's good. That gives us another attack for next turn. Promotes the Mew. So there's the Frostmoth. So we'll see if he had a supporter next turn. Is my analysis correct? Quick Ball might grab a Crobat, might grab a Dedenne if he plays it, or it could grab an Inteleon. And so this is probably just an auto win, because Inteleon is weak to Lightning. Fun fact. So I don't know. There are any number of things that we could do next turn. We could go Level Ball Boss, and we could get another Buzzap Generator off and hit with this thing and retreat manually out of here. We'd be able to then pop the Koko if we find a Quick Ball, which could be okay, and we can manually attach here. I have a feeling if we do that, he might just concede. So I kind of want to do that. We're gonna do that. So we're gonna go here. Bang, bang. We'll go retreat. Put these two. Go Buzzap Generator. Hopefully we're not out of energy. No, we're not. We'll go attach. Attach. Go probably attach to this one manually. Go there. And then I bet he's going to concede. I bet he's going to concede. We'll go Tandem Shock. Knock out his Inteleon. He now has a desolate board state. There it is. There's the concession. Not going to say I called it, but I definitely called it. Yeah, that's kind of just a freebie. Wrath of Brock is kind of a cool name. That's kind of a sick username. Yeah, Inteleon losing really is the best feeling in the world. Then there's stupid sniping, eh? Get a Koko. Koko start is kind of bad, because that means we have to either waste an attachment or waste an air balloon, right? Because when we pop the Dance of the Ancients, that's gone. Calyrex. Calyrex is kind of scary, but if they don't play Switch, it's okay. And they also need to get the Inteleons up for them to, Oko our Raichu. And we're going second, which means we can Ball Guy, probably get out Voltorb. We have Quick Ball for Raichu. When we draw the Voltorb, how often do I stream? I've been doing it, I've been doing it every other day for like 3 days, or for like 6 days or something. But I don't know if I'll stay that consistent. What I've been trying to do is I've been trying to like stream and farm content and then post a YouTube video the next day and then stream and then YouTube and then stream and then YouTube. But I don't really have a schedule. As you can see, I've got like 20 followers or whatever, so it's not like I'm hot stuff at all. I think since we have Quick Balls, I think we'd rather not use the Poké Ball here. Hot take, we go Quick Ball away the Poké Ball because it's more useful as discard fodder than it actually is as search, I think. We'll go ahead and probably he'll knock out. I don't want him to knock out the Koko, but I think that's better than him knocking out the Raichu. We have the Bird Keeper for next turn, which means we just have to make sure we get another Raichu. So I think we go there. If he knocks out the Koko, then that means we can't pop a second Electrode, which means it's actually not that useful to find a second Electrode. Like our board state for most games is to go Electrode, Raichu, but if he knocks this out, I am broke and I need 2 more VMAX Urshifu. I think I've got 1 extra. I can probably trade that to you if you want. I'm collecting cool energies from people who pop into my stream and don't have like packs or anything. So if you have any cool energies, I'd be willing to trade. I think we'll hold on to that and we'll go attach here. So we'll see what he does. You've got to head back to the hospital in a bit. That's kind of tough. What'd you do? He grabs a. That's kind of tough. VMAX. You'll attach there. Probably Ride of the High King. Ride of the High King doesn't do enough, actually. He has to max Lance. Unless, of course, he has Boss. Then he can just do that. Cool. Add me? Yeah. Oh, you work there. Okay. That makes a whole lot more sense. Yeah, I'll add you after this game. I could, if any of you guys want to play, like, theme format or something, theme deck format is stuff I've been like wanting to make a video on for a while. Just max Lance is away one, or we could like play some other format if you want. If not, that's okay too. Hello, what is up, charismatic canine? Technically not, because I'm a junior intern. That's that sounds demeaning. So I think what we do is we go. Right, we have this electrode, which means we have two attachments. We would attach it here if we don't find an energy, but I think if we find an energy, we'd attach it here because we want it to be on the guy. And we don't find an energy, so we attach it here, we go switch, we get our paralysis, and hopefully we don't lose. We go Voltorb so that we have access to an electrode because they actually didn't knock out the Koko. We go Bang. He also didn't play a supporter last turn. Oh, his supporter was Boss, which kind of might mean that he has research. Okay, so we go Buzzap Generator, Energy. He also doesn't have a Sobble, which means he can't search out Switch. So this might be the best chance that this deck will ever have of beating Calyrex. So we'll go Switch. How am I doing today? I'm doing great. I've actually had a pretty nice stream so far. I think I've been live for about 2 hours. It's been pretty fun. I slept until like 3, which is cool. And then I got Subway for lunch. So I'm pretty chill. Yeah, so we get the Tandem Shock. We'll see what he has in his hand. It was a good day. Thank you. So we get the Paralysis, and we'll see how he responds. He could have a supporter. He didn't get a Sobble down. He could just have like switch energy, and that would be bad. But we don't have enough guys on the bench for Ride of the High King to knock us out, which is kind of cool. He's waiting a long time to do stuff, which makes me think he probably has stuff to do, if that makes sense. Like, he probably has options that are like choices he has to make. So I expect that we'll probably see some play from him instead of just like a concession back to us. He attaches there. So maybe he was thinking whether or not he would attach here or right there. Then he Marnies. So we lose our level ball, but that's the only thing that we lose. Boss might have been useful. The Pokégear was probably good too. The Pokégear could find us attachments, or not attachments, draw. There's the Electrode. Capacious Bucket is okay for him. So I think then we go attachment, Buzzap Generator, retreat manually, and we do the Lightning Ride with the fresh Raichu. He doesn't have an Inteleon set up. Air Balloon is really good. So we go there. The only thing is that we don't have draw, but I don't know. We're drawing 3 off of the prize cards, and we're set up now. So we'll see if he's able to respond to this. He might be able to respond. Do I run Speed Energy? I have 4 Speed Energy in this deck. It's just entirely coincidental that I haven't seen any of it yet. We've gone through half of the deck so far, and we haven't seen any Speed Energy. But I'm not salty. I think we'll go Level Ball. We'll thin out probably this thing. Go Tandem Shock, and yeah, we'll knock this thing out. Then we'll see how he responds. We know he has 2 energy in his hand. That switch is good. That gives us the attack for next turn. There's one of the Speed Lightning. And that is the wrong supporter. I'm going to be straight up here. That's not the supporter we wanted to see. If he evolves, though, then we have our prize map. right? If he goes Evo Incense and he grabs another Ice Rider, then we just need to knock it out to win. I've had games like that too. Nearly all my decks run 4 boss, and I swear I've gone down to 10 cards. Exactly, it's so annoying. It's like PTCGO is actually AI or something, and it can tell when you need something, and it's just like when you're playing a deck that runs Weakness Guard energy, and you go up against like the matchup that you need Weakness Guard energy for, you never see the Weakness Guard energy. Ever. It's kind of insane. But yeah, he's gonna. That's gotta be a misplay from him to evolve here. He's gonna grab a Dedenne, which is okay. But if he doesn't play Switch, I think we might just be like in a really winning position. He's got the Frost Lash. Do I run any stadiums? I don't run any stadiums. I could run Path to the Peak. I could run Chaotic Swell. All right, have a great. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, Dr. Deadhead. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, so you could run Path to the Peak because you obviously Koko is the only like thing that would get shut off by that. You could run Chaotic Swell just to mess with people who need stadiums, but I don't. You don't really need stadiums with this deck. You could run Viridian. I don't know. Maybe there is a good stadium, but I just tried to make this as consistent as possible, right? I tried to add, Ball Guy is not. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Path to the Peak is going to be huge, especially with Marshadow going, and Pumpkaboo is not anywhere near as good what Marshadow was. And so we see that our opponent is playing Froslass Ice Rider, which I don't know. Maybe I could go through stadiums after this. But we see he's playing Froslass Ice Rider, which kind of makes me feel bad because he's playing a garbage deck. He's playing a terrible deck, and I don't know, no offense to him, but he's playing a deck that isn't super good, which kind of means that what I've been doing, beating him, isn't actually that impressive. But whatever, I digress. My ego can take it. So we'll go Quick Ball, we'll grab this, we'll probably pop the Speed Lightning over here. And I think we'll burn this first off. We could manually retreat here and then pop the Koko just to eliminate that as a liability. That could be okay. I don't know. We could just switch and then guarantee that we have someone who can, attack next turn. So I think we'll just do that. Because we have the research, we can find hopefully more switches next turn or another Air Balloon or something. So we'll just Tandem Shock, get our 160 paralysis, and we'll see if he can get out of it. Because he's playing Froslass, though, that makes me think that, right, obviously he isn't running an Inteleon line. He might be, but it's really thin if he is. And because of that, he can't search for Switch. Because he doesn't have Drizzile, he can't search for Bird Keeper if he plays a Bird Keeper one of. But yeah, let's see if we can beat off-brand Ice Rider. Froslass is gonna not do anything. Froslass is not gonna save him. Yeah, and the other thing too is he also doesn't play Quick Shooting, which ends up okay. Which Ice Rider variant is better, Inteleon or Chinchino? I think it's gotta be Inteleon. Inteleon just sees so much more success in tournament play, and I'm not exactly. I actually don't like playing with the Inteleon variant that much, because it feels like I always run out of resources, and I always am just a little bit short of what I need. But the Inteleon variant sees so much more success in tournament play, so I think that's got to be the answer. I think. For a while, Chinchino Urshifu was really good, but I don't know. I haven't seen Chinchino Inteleon or Chinchino Calyrex show up in, and he's Dede changing, which makes me think he's looking for a switch. But yeah, I haven't seen Chinchino Ice Rider place very well at a tournament in a while. So I'd say Inteleon, but I'm sure they're both good. If he just passes, that would have been an absolute waste of, you know, like 6 or 7 minutes of my life, or however long he spent in his turn. Definitely not 6 or 7 minutes. It's like 3 or 4. But I think he's gonna pass. He's gonna pass. We're gonna knock him out with this Raichu, and we're gonna beat Ice Rider Calyrex. On God, it's happening. That third energy is not gonna save you, bud. Marnie. Okay, so he's still looking for a switch. He's still looking for a switch. I don't know why he attached here. You know, maybe by the time his turn is over, he might actually have spent 5 minutes on his turn. Well played. So he doesn't have it, I don't think. And he just concedes. Let's go. That is another win with Raichu.